This tutorial gives you an overview of how to get the most out of your Hypex API extension. We will look at downloading the files you need from GitHub, how to load the Hypex API export script, how to load the Hypex API JavaScript file, finding and loading an XAPI wrapper file, and finally, some things to keep in mind for previewing and exporting your Hypex API project. Start by going to github.com, World Optimizer, Hypex API in your browser. You will need two files from here, the script file as well as the Hypex API JavaScript file. Select Code and Download. The files are now in your download folder on your Mac. To load the export script, open Hype Preferences. Select Exporting and then Show Export Scripts in Finder. Drag the downloaded .py file into the folder that Hype opened for the export scripts. When you step back into Hype, the export script is loaded. Now when you set up an event in Hype with actions, you have three more options designed specifically for the Hypex API extension: Send Custom Data, Send Statement, and Run Expression. To load the downloaded Hypex API JavaScript file, open the Resources section in Hype. In Finder, navigate to the files you downloaded from GitHub and drag the HypeXAPI.js file into the Hype Resources section. The XAPI wrapper is a JavaScript file that is made available to the developer community so that our learning content is understood by a learning record store. Put another way, it is the courier that takes my data package and delivers it to the learning record store. The XAPI wrapper.js file is freely available and you can download it from the ADL GitHub page from the URL on the screen. Or some LRSs give you a version of the file with your LRS endpoint credentials already baked into it. To load the XAPI wrapper file into Hype, select Add at the bottom of the Resources section of Hype and select Add File. Navigate to the XAPI wrapper file that you downloaded and select Open. The XAPI wrapper.js file is now loaded in your project. There is a bit more housekeeping to do before your project is ready. In the Document tab of Hype, there is a section that allows for export script arguments. Here you have the option to use the closure compiler on export. If this is not set to true, the XAPI.js file and the XAPI wrapper.js file will be exported as separate resources in the exported folder. If it is set to true, the Hypex API and XAPI wrapper files are minified and placed into the hype.js file. To preview your Hypex API projects, select Hypex API in the Export Script section of the Preview dropdown. To export your Hypex API project, select File, Export as HTML5, and Hypex API. That's it. You are all set up.